Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Sister Brother Shamak with the Great Millstone Cleveland branch. And I want to start off by, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. And I just want to get right into this lesson. You know, just basically an exhortation for brothers to stay in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you're going through. Um, because brothers going through something every day, you know, and brothers have testimonies of the Lord delivering them from things that they're going through every single day, you know. And you gonna have them testimonies, and you gonna have those experiences of the Lord tempting you, and I mean, yeah, going through your temptations and going through your afflictions in His truth. You gonna go through that just as long as you continuing in the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the Lord holding you. That's the Lord keeping you. You know, this is the book of Hebrews chapter 12, and it says wherefore seeing also it says wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us. Right, when you know what I'm saying, the Lord got you in the spirit, you don't want to do sin no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sin look fun. You know what I'm saying? When Esau giving these coons these contracts, you know what I'm saying? They get to pull up in a Lamborghini and all this stuff that they got. You know what I'm saying? Sin look fun, but when you see things through a different lens, you know what I'm saying, through the spiritual lens, the Lord, you more and more you don't want to do sin no more. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture say in the book of Romans, the 6th chapter. It says, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? You know what I'm saying? You know, sin is everywhere. Brothers were just talking about that with these women. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the women look good, but it's like, you go talk to this woman, it's like, are you really satisfied? Like, you know what I'm saying? We not dealing with the righteous women of the kingdom. We dealing with these everyday used up, you know what I'm saying, women. You know what I mean? The spit buckets. You know, so like, and it's a saying, world is worse for them that know. So when you know these things, it play on your it put that much more weight on your breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like then you don't just know it at that point. You're expected to do something about it, and that's why it's like it says well, I'm gonna just keep reading. It says, let us lay aside every weight. Right, you can't be burdened in this truth. You can't feel like it's a burden. You know what I'm saying? It says, and the sin which doeth so easily beset us. It's easy to beset us. You can easily, you know what I'm saying, go to a convenience store and there's a big booty, you know what I'm saying, and she just, you know what I'm saying, flirting with you with her eyes being one time, like the scriptures say. But then guess what? As soon as you deal with this chick, you know what I'm saying, and it's a I don't want brothers to get it's deal scripture say use the word, not abusing it. It's you know what I'm saying, moderation. But I'm just using a woman as an example. It says the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. You gonna find yourself going through patience in this walk. Like, you gonna have testimonies. Like when you go through your bull crap, it ain't just gonna be you going through your bull crap. It's gonna be delays. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be like when you going through it, it's gonna be like stuff that's like, damn, like this just like, you know what I'm saying? Is this ain't random. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, thinking not strange the fiery trial, which is to try you. It's like the stuff when you going through your temptations and stuff, it's like the stuff be happening so particularly, it's like almost like it's a different it's a spirit that's working to put all this weight on it, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like we battling with principalities, we battling with the prince of the air, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't just, you know what I'm saying, you can't just get delivered from a situation. It's all this bull crap that's just pulled up out of nowhere, that's getting in your way, trying to blur your vision before the deliverance have to actually come, you know what I'm saying? It says, looking unto Yahweh Shah, the authority and finisher of our faith, right? Because you gotta trust that Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is gonna finish your faith. You gotta keep inside of this walk. It's not something that you can do today and then, you know what I'm saying, forget about it tomorrow. You gotta, it's a continuous thing. That's why I say you gotta have patience. It says, who for the joy, and you can't look at this, you can't look at the tribulation things. You're gonna learn that the more you're in the truth, the more you stop looking at, the tribulations like it's a penalty. At a certain point, it just like, for one, we Israelites, we under the curses anyway. You better off going through the curses in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, even if it come with what seems like to you extra baggage when Satan come with his wiles, you know what I'm saying, trying to tempt you. But you better off going through it like that, because the Lord is going to deliver you in the end. These niggas, they go through with they curses, and it's like they adding to them. You know what I'm saying? But we go through our curses, and it's like we getting the benefit of grace within those curses, because we ain't trying to resist it. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, "Resist not evil." You know what I'm saying? These niggas in the world, they be resisting the evil. They be resisting this. They be resisting that. That's why the Lord be resisting them. You know what I'm saying? Because they resisting the spirit. It says, looking unto Yahweh Shah, because that's the spirit of GMS, like Apostle Gabar quoted, is you know what I'm saying, GMS is about patience. And after a while, you gotta be rooted. Or you got patience, you know what I'm saying? You got patience for the first year, or you got patience for the second year. After a while, you have to understand, to have the understanding to be rooted in patience. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it comes in, where it's like, all right, sin don't mean nothing to me no more. You know what I'm saying? You start becoming dry to sin. But I'm gonna keep reading. I ain't gonna hold this lesson for too long. It says, who for the joy It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. Right. So we going through all this, just like First Peter say. You know what I'm saying? We suffering is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, he not only endured the cross, he was praying to the Lord, trying to figure out if it was his lot to even get up on the cross. You know what I'm saying? And when he did it, what, Jake was scoffing, Jake ain't believe. We going through the same things. It's like we see, you know what I'm saying, what we gotta do and to receive salvation, but in the midst, don't nobody believe. So we gotta walk like we crazy people, you know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody believe, and everybody astounded, and everybody is surprised at how we moving, because it's so irregular. But really, it's just we being holy and separate. It says, despising the shame, right? So we despise the shame when a nigga look at you like, you know what I'm saying, why he just do that? You know, why he, really they don't know that they saying why he fear the Lord, but that's what really spiritually what they saying. You know what I'm saying? It says, despising the shame, you gotta despise it when they feel like that, because it just, the scripture say, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. It says, and is set down at the right hand of the throne, right? Because even though Yahweh Shah was despised, and you know what I'm saying, Shalom, Kadash, Shalom, Bakar. Even though Yahweh Shah was despised, guess what? He that don't take him from being on the right hand of Yahweh. That don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The scripture say the Lord is the same today, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your spirit is, while you in this truth, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't change your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because of tribulation, because of how people feel, and that's how the Lord is gonna reward your particular spirit. He's not gonna reward somebody else's spirit within you, because you being yourself in His truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Lord make a man to shine his precious gold, because he being himself, and he's utilizing his character to perfect the spirit of the Lord within him. We all vessels. It says, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. And it could, and it's like, all right, I'm reading these scriptures. You gotta understand, I'm applying these scriptures too. In the midst, it seemed like a scary thing, because you a two-third can potentially try to get physical with you, because he mad at you, like, because of the way that you moving. You know what I'm saying? A two-third just he kind of got, rough with me just earlier today, because I said something spiritual and it cut him. I wasn't, the scripture say, cast not thy pearls before swine. Don't just go out here in a battlefield looking for a fight 24/7. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be you know what I'm saying? You sometimes you gotta put on your Clark Kent, but if you stay in the spirit, you gonna always be in the spirit, and spiritual things is gonna come out naturally. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of the spiritual things coming out naturally, you know what I'm saying, it can seem scary at times because it's like a man might actually try to shake you. You know what I'm saying? Satan might hop on a man to actually try to shake you, and he don't really know what he doing. He just in the spirit of the world. You know what I'm saying? But those is the treasuring moments where it's like you can get a testimony from that account. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual. It's more than just carnal. It says, "Ye have not resisted unto blood striving against sin." People look at you, gonna look at you crazy because inwardly you ready to die for your how Bashimi Awashai. Everybody talking about, oh, I'm a be with God. God is with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do this because God is with me. Anybody and everybody can say that. You know what I'm saying? But is it really within you unto death? You know what I'm saying? And when it is, it's noticeable. You know, because and if it's not, if it's not within you, guess what? You gonna have red signs. You gonna have a check engine light. You know what I'm saying? Uh uh Indicating that it's not within you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, I'm not gonna hold this lesson. I'm gonna close with that. Lord's willingness to edify through Adi Abba Shall forgive me spiritual lesson. Next time I say Shalom, Kwame Yashrala.